Am I this stupid? Oh my god, wait. Was my mic off this entire time? My bad, chat. Can you hear me right now? Okay, soybean okay. Wait a minute. I'm pretty sure you just put my real name in the chat, so shh. Okay. Well, it's not like I care. I just did it anyway. I mean, I guess mine ended up being kind of metaphorical too. But there's nothing wrong with doing that once in a while. At the very least, it was good practice. Okay, I'm gonna save, so if I do anything wrong, I can go back or something. Who should I show my poem to next? Now that there's an active player online that can actually chat to me, who should I pick? I'll give you a few seconds. Okay, I guess I'm not letting you pick again. Okay, who should I show my poem to next? Let's do Yuri, because it's the next option. Haha, you don't get Monica. Haha. Okay, sorry. That's a friend of mine. Well done, Yulu. You've definitely improved your writing over the course of these few days. Has my advice been helpful to you? Yeah, definitely. I'm glad. Sharing our writing like this is a lot more fun and rewarding than I anticipated. I need to remember to thank Monica. I think we all felt a little awkward at first, but now it seems like everyone is enjoying sharing their writing and seeing what others think. I guess I can't really disagree. I was afraid that this whole thing would be a chore, but it's a great way for me to spend some personal time with all the girls in the club. But it's been fun getting to know everyone and their writing, and I guess doing some writing myself. Well, have you learned anything about yourself, Yulu? Well, I like to say that writing is a very personal way to get in touch with yourself. In the end, it doesn't matter if you're a good writer or a bad writer. And even my opinions are just opinions, As always, I believe what's most important is exploring and discovering yourself. That's comforting. I'm kind of afraid of disappointing you in some way or another. Why me? Well, you're always sophisticated with your writings and have the most advice to share. Is that so? Yuri thinks for a good moment. That must be terrible. For me to have become someone whose opinions is fearsome? How unlikely of me. Yuri, it's not as bad as you're making it sound in your head. I just meant that I respect your opinion. I see. I'm sorry that I always overthink and come to those sorts of conclusions. I'm just a little too used to it. Overthinking. Being disliked. Yuri. What am I saying? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring that up. Let's move on. Alright. Do you want to share your poem now? Okay, here. Yay, a poem! This handwriting is a little hard for me to read, so I'm sorry if it gives me a hot minute. Beach. A marvel millions of years in the making, where the womb of Earth chaotically meets the surface. Under a clear blue sky, an expanse of bliss. Our beneath gray rolling clouds, an endless enigma. The easiest world to get lost in is one where everything can be found. One can only build a sand castle where the sand is wet, but where the sand is wet, the tide comes. Will it gently lick at your foundations until you give in? Will a sudden wave send you crashing down in the blink of an eye? Either way, the outcome is the same, yet we still build sand castles. I stand where the foam wraps around my ankles, where my toes squish into the sand. The safety air is zero. I don't know that word. The breeze is gently yet powerful. I sink my toes into the ultimate bounding line, tempting by the foamy tendrils. Turn back, and I abandon my peace to erode of the shore, drift forward, and I return to earth forevermore. Forever and more is combined. Wow, I never know that was a word. I'm aware that the beach is kind of an inane thing to write about, but I did my best to take a metaphorical approach to it. Yeah, Natsuki already told me about it. She did? She didn't say anything weird, did she? She just wanted us to write about the same topic again. I suppose to better compare the differences in our writing styles, or thought process. Anyway, it was her idea. Knowing her, it's no surprise that she'd want to do something like that. She probably just wants to show off. It's not like I have a particular interest in her writing style. I just went with her request. But, well, I suppose it's not so bad to write about something simple on occasion. It can be refreshing, you know. It's good for me to calm my thoughts once in a while. Yeah, I think I agree. Thanks for sharing. Who should I show my poem to next? The last one and the only one, Monica. Hi, Yulu. Have you thought about what you want to submit to perform at the festival? Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people? I'll have to give it some more thought. Okay, no pressure, but whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. It would also make me happy to see. Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem. Sure. I let Monica take the poem I'm holding in my hands. Aha, it's kind of funny. How so? No, not the poem. I mean, it's funny how your poems and series have been getting more and more similar to each other day. Okay, so every time I talk to Monica, she says how similar it is to Sari. Or is it with the others too? I don't really remember. I'm surprised you're so in sync with her. Then again, you've been spending a lot of time together lately, haven't you? I guess you could say that. Although we kind of grew up as best friends, I haven't been seeing as much of her this past year. But since I joined the club, we've been spending a lot of time together again. I see. That reminds me about how Sari's been a little bit off today. Yeah, did she tell you something? Well, you haven't been flirting with her, have you? What? I would never! Of course not. I've been treating her like I always do. Alright, just making sure. I know how much you care about her. It would be terrible if something bad happened to her, so keep an eye on her. Sari's been acting so much happier ever since you joined the club. What could have happened all of a sudden? Well, never mind. This really isn't the time to be talking about this. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you. Now, alright? Alright. Yay, more poem. The Lady Who Knows Everything. An old tale tells of a lady who... Wait, no, I should do this with Monica's voice. The Lady Who Knows Everything. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders earth. The lady who knows everything. A beautiful lady who has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever thought. And here I am, a feather, lost, adrift to sky, victim of the currents of the wind. Day after day I search with a little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else has failed me, when all others have turned away, the legend is all that remains. The last dim star glimmering in the twilight sky. Until one day, the wind ceases to blow. I fall, and I fall, and I fall, and I fall, even more. Gentle as a feather, a dry quill expressionless. But a hand clutches me between the thumb and forefinger. The hand is the hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her eyes and find no end to her glaze. The lady who knows everything knows what I am thinking. Before I can speak, she reminds in a hollow voice, I have found every answer of all of which amount of nothing. There is no meaning, there is no purpose, and we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend. Your legend does not exist. And with a breath, she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a twist of wind. You know, I feel like learning and looking for answers are the source of things that gives us life meaning. Not to get too philosophical or anything, but it was kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about. I see. I never really put much thought into it. In a way, it's also paradoxical, because if we had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning? You know, there's one thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy. Are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? Humans aren't two-dimensional figures. I think you'd know that better than anyone. You mean one-dimensional? That's right. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not that good? It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you put so much into. But if you find other people who enjoy writing, then sharing becomes a lot easier. Because instead of just telling that your writing is good, or okay, or bad, they'll want to focus more on everything that went into it and the things you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way, and it will make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own little literature club, don't you think? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening! Yay! Okay, you three. We're all done sharing poems, right? 1 second. Let me save because I want to. Save. Yes. We're all done sharing poems, right? Why don't we start figuring out... Hold on a sec. Is it just me, or did you say something strange just now? Something did sound a bit unusual. That's right. You deviated from your usual catchphrase when addressing the club. Catchphrase? I don't have a catchphrase. Jeez, why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri is immune to it. Stagnating air is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. In your books. In your books, maybe. Look, the only thing different is that Siri isn't here. It seems you're right. Siri always helps lighten the mood a little bit, doesn't she? It's almost like everyone's balance is thrown off a little when she's not around. Where the heck did she run off to anyway? I thought she just went to pee. Natsuki, please show some decency. I know, show some decency, Natsuki. Not to be mean. Oh, come on. She actually wasn't feeling too well and went home early. Is that so? I hope she's alright. Seriously? Of all the times to not go home with her, you picked the time she's not feeling well? So much for you two being all lovey-dovey. No. First of all, stop misunderstanding my relationship with Sayuri. And second, she's kind of been avoiding me today, so I didn't want to force it. Who? That's curiously expressing coming from Yuri, of all people. Calm down, guys. I talked to her earlier and everything is fine. What did she say? Anyway, we need to figure out the rest of the festival preparations, so Monica just blew off my question. That's not nice. Let's decide what everyone will be doing this weekend. I already know what I'm doing. That's right. Natsuki will be making cupcakes, but we might need a lot of them and different flavors. Can you handle that all by yourself, Natsuki? Challenge accepted. And as for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Siri will be helping me design them. And as for Yuri, you can, guys, can you help me come up with something for Yuri? I'm useless. No, that's not it at all. You're the most talented person here, you know. Now's Natsuki's pouting too. Jeez, even I can tell now. I guess I never give Siri enough credit, but I can tell things are even harder on you when she's not around. That's maybe the case, but if I can't also be a leader on my own, then I won't grow as a person. So Yuri, you have beautiful handwriting, you know? So you should make some banners and decorations to help set the atmosphere. Atmosphere? About that, I love atmosphere. Yuri's expression suddenly changes as she stares at her desk in focus and starts nodding to herself. Your mind is already racing, I see. That's great. You'll be a wonderful help, Yuri. But anyway, that just leaves you, Yulu. 1 second, let me have a sip. That just leaves you, Yulu. The one who is truly useless. Don't say that. In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri have some pretty heavy tasks in handle. It would probably go a long way to give one of them a hand. You could also help me out as well. I would be really appreciative of that. That's as Monica suggesting I spent the weekend with one of my club members. How on earth are they going to respond to a suggestion like that? I suppose I wouldn't mind a bit of help. Well, even if you don't know how to bake, there's always some dirty work I could give to you. It's not like Monica's going to give me a choice, and you shouldn't be sitting on your butt anyway. Natsuki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses like that. If I recall, Natsuki, you mentioned that you would like to handle the baking on your own. Yulu may not like to be around if you only bake him out to be a nuisance, so therefore he may be more suited to assisting with the decorations. Hold on, I never said that. How hard could it be to have a few decorations anyways? Sounds more like you're just making excuses for Yulu to... Wait, what are you saying? It will be extremely meticulous work, and baking isn't? Just what do you think? Guys, let's settle down for a moment. In the end, I think it's up to Yilu to decide how he'd like to contribute. Besides, he hasn't really gotten the chance to spend any time with me yet, you know? So I'm sure he's interested in... You literally just said... I'm surprised as well. Sorry. I was just saying, though... Jeez, can't we just settle this already? Yeah. Yilu, you're okay with this, right? At the end, it's up to you. Of course. Very well. In that case, everyone looks right at me. But of course, I'm going to go with... Okay, I can see the many different paths, so I'm gonna save again. Save game. Okay, there's like a lot of paths to take here. This game has different endings, right? Wait, let me see. Does DDLC have different endings? 3 main game endings. Okay, normal, good, and quick. Normal, good, and quick. Plus a few other hidden secrets and metaphorizations. Normal ending, good or true ending. Quick ending, a brief Easter egg triggered by deleting Monika's character file using your computer file. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, I just got a bunch of leaks to future, and I'm not going to read anymore. So, does anyone in the chat? Is there anyone in the chat that could answer this for me? No one is watching my live stream. That is so sad. Only my alt to see the comments is. Damn. Okay, that's fine. I'm just gonna go for Sayori because she's kind of like sick, and it would be mean to leave her alone. I mean, if it's going to be anyone, then I prefer helping Sayori. I mean, we're already neighbors, but Monika said that Sayori was helping her. Jeez, do you really hate us that much? No. Sorry, I didn't mean for this to be difficult. Just think of the club, okay? Wow, you're making me choose again? Okay, someone's watching. Can you pick for me? Okay, I guess they're not gonna pick for me. I guess I'll go with the first one, Natsuki. Yeah. Okay. Well, baking sounds like it could be fun, and you guys made it sound like a lot of work, so it could probably use 2 people. Yuri. Okay, one second. Yuri. Okay, I'll do Yuri. Well, I'll probably be most useful helping out Yuri. Me? Are you serious? Why would you? Natsuki, I can already tell you're about to say something mean. No. I was just saying, so you'll be helping Yuri then, Yilu? Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm glad. I have a bad habit of overthinking these sorts of things. So I think your assistance will be very useful. That's great to hear. Natsuki, will you be able to handle the baking yourself? I mean, yeah. I already said I would be fine. Okay. Everyone can tell that Natsuki is feeling a little sour. Beryl straw. Does it really change anything if I pick any of these characters? Because I did do some research, and it says that there's 3 main parts, but even some secret things, so. Does it change the storyline? That's sad. The person is not answering. Okay. Everyone can tell that Natsuki is feeling a little sour. So, is that everyone we needed to go over? Is that everything we needed to go over? Yeah, that should be about it. Are you guys excited? Well, excited may not be the right word, but I suppose I'm looking forward to it a little bit. Do you feel the same way, Yulu? Me? I guess you could say I'm interested to see how it will turn out. That's great enough for me. What about you, Natsuki? Natsuki? What? Why is everyone yelling at me? I didn't even do anything. No, that's not what I meant at all. Yuri anxiously glances between everyone in the room. I'm sorry for this. I don't really know why Yulu picked me. I picked you because, Beryl said to pick you. And also, your cupcakes are the best cupcakes I ever had. They go really well with my tea, and nothing that I do for the event will compare to that. So, I get it. I'm kind of surprised though. Why? Well, I'm the one acting immature. I already know that. But you're trying to cheer me up all of a sudden. I know I'm not very good at it. I'm sorry if I said something bad. Natsuki isn't the only one surprised. Monica and I are also taken aback by Yuri's words. When she already has trouble with words, trying to cheer someone up must be far out of her comfort zone. Very. Oh wait, this is still up. My bad. But I begin to understand. Yuri was trying to sound like Sayori. Even if it didn't work perfectly, I can tell that she tried to say something Sayori would say at a time like this, because Sayori always helps everyone smile and feel good about themselves. No, I kind of appreciate it. I'm sorry for making a big deal out of everything, but I'm going to say this. You better bet that my cupcakes are going to be the best part of the whole event. I believe you. Yeah, I hope to see everyone do their best. But with that, there's nothing more for today. So I guess it's time for us to head out. Alright, let's get out of here then. Everyone packs up their things. I start to follow Monica and Natsuki out of the door as they chat between each other. By the way, for those who are watching, at the saved parts, I'll be choosing the other questions that I didn't, the other answers that I didn't do, so I know all of the parts, which is gonna take a while. I start to follow Monica and Natsuki out of the doors as they chat between each other. I turn around. Sorry, I realized that I don't have any way of contacting you this weekend. Oh, you're right. I can't believe that slipped my mind. I should give you my phone number. I think that would be the best, yes. Alright then. Yuri and I exchange phone numbers. Okay, then I'll be stopping by your house on Sunday. My house? Is that a problem? No, not at all. I just thought that I would be the one going to your house since I'm the one helping you. I suppose that makes sense. But if you don't mind, I think I would prefer going to your house. Alright, in that case, it won't be a problem. I decide not to press Yuri for a reason. It's not like it should matter much either way, so I'll just need to make sure my room is clean. I hope I manage to make myself useful in some way. I'm not nearly as creative as you are. Don't underestimate yourself, Yulu. I think that we'll make a very productive team, even if you only chose me because you felt bad or something. I wonder what's the reason why I chose her. Wait, you don't actually think that, do you? I don't know. It's difficult to come up with any other reason you may have chosen me. You're forgetting the one reason with the most common sense. I chose to help you because that's what I want to do. But Yuri thinks to herself with an extremely tense expression. Yuri, you're overthinking this. You wanted me to point out what you're overthinking, right? I didn't realize. I'm telling you, I want to. That's all there is to it. Do you believe me? Yuri thinks really hard again. She looks straight into my eyes for a long while. I believe you. As if it took her tremendous efforts, Yuri finally says that and releases her expression. And I'm really looking forward to Sunday. Yeah, I am too. After that exchange, I make my way out of the door and Yuri follows. I can't believe this. Yuri is going to be coming to my house on Sunday? My anxiety shoots through the roof. Damn! Even though I've gotten pretty used to handling her at this point, there's no telling what might end up happening when you're outside of school. More than that, she told me that she was looking forward to it. Is this the chance I have to make something happen between us? Or is it too early for that? I don't want to see this. Only time will tell. But until then, I won't be able to take my mind off of it. I seriously can't wait. It's already Sunday. I've been getting increasingly anxious about Yuri's upcoming visit. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. Yuri is clearly an introvert and also an intimate person in general. There's no doubt that she'll open up a little bit when it's just the two of us. Meanwhile, we've been texting occasionally. She was extremely apprehensive at first, but it wasn't long before I was already learning about her. But putting Yuri aside, I haven't heard a thing from Siri since she left club early the other day. It's not like we texted each other all the time or anything, but I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. Between what Siri said and what Monica said, is it really okay for me to put Siri's feeling aside when she might need me? No, it's not okay, but we're going with the flow. I decide to visit Siri's before Yuri comes over. Yay! Rather than asking, I simply tell her, I'm coming over, much like we've done in the past. Once I reach Siri's house, I knock on the door before entering it myself. Again, we used to play so often that we've made a habit of simply entering each other's house like we were family. The house is quiet. Siri isn't anywhere on the first floor, so I assume she's up in her room. I'm getting a little bad feeling about this since the music stopped and there's no pictures on the screen. It's already strange of her not to run down and greet me. I head up to her bedroom, where I finally find her. Siri? Hi, Yulu. Okay, it doesn't seem that bad. Okay. 1 second. I sit down in her room. Siri forces a smile, but it's easy to tell that she's different. Aw, Siri, what's happened? There's a minute of silence between us. You haven't come over like this in a long time, have you? I guess you're right. It has been a while. It has been a long time. Not much has really changed, has it? Siri's room is as messy as it's ever been. I can see what is that? Siri's room is as messy as it's ever been. I also recognize the same stuffed animals and wall decorations that she's had for years now. Okay, so that must be an old plushie or something. If you came over more often, it wouldn't be such a mess. That's because I end up cleaning it up for you. How come you suddenly wanted to come over today? Aren't you supposed to see Yuri today? Yeah, but... Wait, how did you know that? How did you know that? Sayori had already left by the time we decided that last meeting. Monica told me. Monica told me it's only natural for her to keep me informed about the festival preparations, right? That's true. But what about you? Aren't you going to help? Aren't you going to be helping Monica today? Of course, but I'm just helping her online. We didn't plan to meet up or anything. So it's just me and Yuri then. Yep. There's more silence between us. Sayori stares in a random direction. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. I feel like something's off. Sayori, girl, what's wrong? I finally get to the point. I just wanted to see how you were doing. After you left on Friday, when something's wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well. So, Sayori smiles, shaking her head. That's no good, Yilu. Why can't it just be like it's always been? This is all my fault. If I didn't get so weak and accidentally express my feelings, if I didn't make that stupid mistake, then you wouldn't have been worried about me at all. You wouldn't have come here. You wouldn't have been thinking about me right now. But this is just my punishment, isn't it? I'm getting punished for being so selfish. I think that's why the world decided to have you come over today. It just wants to torture me. How exactly is it torturing her? Sayori! I grab Sayori by the shoulders. What on earth are you saying? Cheer Sayori up, bro. What on earth are you saying? Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something happened to you. There's no other explanation for you to be like this. So tell me already. Unlike I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it. Sayori gives me an empty smile. You really put me in a trap, Yilu. But you're wrong. Nothing happened to me. I've always been like this. You're just saying it for the first time. Saying what? What are you talking about, Sayori? You're really just going to make me say it, aren't you, Yilu? I guess I have no choice then. The thing is, I had really bad depression my whole life. Damn! Thank you. Did you really know that? Did you know that? Why do you think I'm late to school every day? Because most days, I can't even find a reason to get out of bed. What reasons is there to do something when I fully know how worthless I am? Why go to school? Why eat? Why make friends? Why make other people put their energy and caring to waste by having them spend it on me? That's what it feels like. And that's why I just want to make everyone happy, without everyone worrying about me. I'm in shock. I can't even figure out how to respond. How is it possible that Sayori kept this from me the entire time that I've known her? Did she really want so badly for me to just not think about her? Why, Sayori? Why is it that you've never told me about this? It almost feels like I've been betrayed as your close friend. Because if I knew, I would have done everything I could to support you. Even if there's only so much that I could do. I would have tried a little bit harder to make every day a little better for you. That's why I'm your friend. All you had to do was tell me. You don't understand at all, Yilu. Why do you think I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, then you would have to waste efforts caring about me instead of doing important things. I don't want to be cared about. It's bittersweet when people try to care about me. When people try to care about you, not is caring about you. It feels nice sometimes, but it also feels like a bat being swung against my head. That's why I wanted so badly for you to make friends with everyone else. Helping with everyone be happy together is the best thing for me. But then I discovered something else too. Seeing you make friends and get closer with everyone in the club. It feels like a spear going through my heart. So that's why I decided the world just wants to torture me. Even path leads to nothing but hurt. Damn, this is depressing. You're right. I don't understand. I don't understand your feelings at all, Sayori. But I don't need to understand. Whatever it takes for me to help you stop hurting, that's what I'll do. No, Yulu, there's nothing. Nothing at all. The only thing that could have helped is if everything could be like it always was. But I was selfish. I finally showed you what a horrible person I am. Tears streaked down Sayori's face. I made you join the literature club because I was selfish. And I was punished by my heart hurting in a way that I couldn't understand. And now that you came here and I made you hurt too, I'm just weak and selfish. That's all I am. And that's why I'm going to accept these punishments. Because I deserve every last one. Without thinking, I once again grabbed Sayori's shoulders. This time, I pulled her into a tight embrace. Hug time! Yulu, Sayori, I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy that you convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile enough. If I make friends with everyone else, then that's just a bonus. But please, never underestimate how much I care about you. I would have it any other way. I wouldn't have it any other way. Yulu, Sayori isn't hugging me back. Despite my arms being wrapped around her, Sayori's arms remain at her sides. She starts sobbing next to my ear. No, don't do this to me. Don't do this. Yulu, Sayori barely manages to speak between her sobs. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, but all I want is for her to know that I care. If you have it in you to call yourself selfish, then you have to tell me be selfish too. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to change. I'll make feelings go away. And if there's anything that you need me to do, then you'd better tell me. I'll get mad if you don't. I don't know. I don't know. Gently, Sayori finally puts her arms around me in return. I don't know anything. It's all really scary. I don't understand any of my feelings, Yulu. The only time I'm not feeling nothing is when I'm feeling pain. But... Hello, Dream. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Your hugs are so warm, and that's really scary too. Aw, poor Sayori, so sad. Sayori lets me go, as she does, so I let her go as well. The festival is tomorrow. Yeah. It's going to be fun, right? Yeah. How would you like for me to spend it all with you? It's what I want. I promise. I think that would be nice then. Yeah. Sayori wipes her eyes. If I could spend the whole day here, I would. Of all days, this has to be the one where I have other plans. Maybe I could cancel. No, don't. Please don't. If you did that, then I really wouldn't forgive you. But it's almost time for Yuri to meet me at my house. At the very least, do you want to come along and help out? It would be fun. To my surprise, Sayori shakes her head. I'm sorry, I don't know if that would be very good for me today. You understand, right? It's kind of hard for me to fully understand, but I'm trying my hardest. It's okay. Don't worry too much about it. I'll see you Sorry. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Alright. I look forward to it. I say goodbye to Siri and exit her house. Okay, I guess it's time for Yuri to come. On the way home, I find myself still feeling uneasy, but it's hard for me to keep thinking about it when Yuri is about to come over too. I think Siri is right. I shouldn't be worrying too much, and we're definitely going to have a great time tomorrow. I should just focus on what's ahead of me. As I approach my house, I see something that makes me feel a moment of panic. Yuri? Thank goodness. You're a little early. I'm sorry, I wasn't home yet. Were you waiting for a long time? No, I just got here. But I started to get really nervous when everyone... Wait, I feel like my voice is too high-pitched for this. But I started to get really nervous when everyone answered the doorbell. When nobody answered the doorbell. You always could have texted me. If I had known, I would have reassured you and hurried more on my way home. I suppose that's true. I didn't think of that for some reason. It should be a common sense to do that, but I just decided to ignore it. Anyway, let's go inside. I see you brought a lot of stuff with you. That's right. And did you manage to find anything I asked you to buy as well? Yeah, pretty much. At least I hope I got everything right. I'm sure it will be fine. I take Yuri to my room. Wow, what a nice room. The first thing she does is glance around curiously, which makes me feel anxious. I bet you have some manga collections and anime figures or something. It's so clean. I cleaned it before you came over, so that's very considerate of you to do. No, I would be really embarrassed for my room to be a mess while you were here. Well, I do enjoy cleaning. I would have gladly helped you clean. That would be even more embarrassing. Wait, don't look in there. I snatched Yuri's wrist, which was in the process of opening a desk drawer of mine. Ooh, I wonder what's in there. I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking for some reason. I was just spacing out. It's fine. I let go of Yuri's wrist. She puts both of her hands firmly in her lap, as if making sure she's keeping track of them. So, should we get started? Yes. I have a few things planned that you can help with. I wonder what was in the drawer. Decorations and other atmosphere enhancements. You know, mood lighting, aromatherapy candles. Oh wow, I didn't know you planned on taking it that far. Of course. I wanted to take out guests for a faraway place. Although, many will stop by just out of curiosity. And for cupcakes, I guess. I'm determined to provide an experience that will leave them wanting more. That's great. It's easy to forget that you're a pretty intense person. Intense? I guess that's the best way to put it. Is that a bad thing? No, not at all. It's something that I like about you, actually. Is that so? That makes me feel relieved and kind of happy. Yeah, no need to be so anxious. You can relax a little. Relax. I bought some things for relaxation. I was going to use them during the poetry event. Oh yeah? Like what? Let's see. Yuri rummages through her bag. She pulls out a few candles and a wooden cylinder-shaped object. I did some shopping on the way here, so I happen to have these in my bag. I planned to cover the windows in a black paper and use the candles to light the room. I think that would be amazing, don't you? Yeah, that would be really neat. That's what's with... Wait. What's that wooden thing though? Oh, this is a diffuser for essential oils. How familiar are you with aromatherapy? No, wait, wrong voice. How familiar are you with aromatherapy? Not familiar at all. Ah, is that so? It's one of my favorite contributors to a position atmosphere. Depending on the oils or herbs you use, you can change the mood of the air itself. You can even feel it permeates through your body. Relaxation, positive energy, romance, reflection. It's almost like magic. Yuri takes the cylinder and pushes a switch on the button. In just a moment, a thin ray of vapor begins to spout through a small hole on the top. Ooh! Is it like one of those moisturizers for the air or fog or like scent thingies? Wow, that smells wonderful. What kind of mood is that one for? This is a jasmine essential oil. It smells a little sweet and flowery, right? Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. I chose jasmine for the event because it provides me more than relaxation. Jasmine enhances your emotions and helps you feel them flow through your body. You feel warmer and your heart pounds more heavily. Don't you think that will be perfect for sharing our poems? It does sound suitable, but you seem to know a lot about this, so I'll trust your opinion with anything. Yuri smiles gently, clearly enjoying herself. She again reaches into her bag and pulls out several pulls of thin ribbon. What are those for? Well, did you purchase the origami paper I asked you to get? Yeah, I have it over here. We won't be using the paper for folding origami. What I'd like to do is write a different word on each paper. We'll need about 100 of them. Oh yeah? What will those be used for? Well, I'm going to cut pieces of ribbon to hang from the doorway of the classroom. Then we can fasten the paper onto ribbons to create a doorway curtain. Wouldn't that be beautiful? It would also catch the eye of those passing by the room. It may be attract some to peek inside. That's really creative. I had no idea you'd be so good at this, Yuri. Is that so? Well, I suppose I do get a little intense. So, as you'd put it, Yuri giggles with red cheeks. Is it just me, or is she being more relaxed than it's just when it's just the two of us? Or maybe it's the excitement she feels from sharing something that she enjoys. Here's a marker, Yulu. You can write any characters you want. I'll help you once I finish cutting the ribbons. Alright. Sitting on the floor together, the two of us get to work. I carefully draw a different character on each paper, doing my best to manage my bad handwriting. Yuri unravels a long strand of red ribbon to her desired length. Then she reaches into her bag once more and pulls out a pocket knife. The knife is strangely beautiful. The silver handle has an intricate pattern of waves etched into it. Why are we deliberately saying what the knife looks like? The blade itself is gently tinted blue. That's no ordinary pocket knife. It looks really fancy. Well, embarrassed, Yuri looks away. What is it? You're going to think it's weird. Yuri, whatever it is, I have no reason to judge. To each their own, you know? If you promise you won't be weirded out. Yeah, I promise. Alright, the thing is, I'm kind of into knives. They're just so pretty. I can't help it. I don't know what it is. The combination of craftsmanship and feeling of danger maybe. What am I saying? Please don't think I'm weird for this. Ew, into knives I see. You're laughing at me. No, I'm not laughing at you. It's just funny how nervous you got about sharing. It's an interesting thing to me into, I guess. But I think it's kind of suits you. Suits me? Yeah, it's kind of intense. Besides, it's a really cool looking knife. I can't deny that. It is, isn't it? Yuri relaxes her expression once again. Would you like to hold it? Sure, I'll check it out. Yuri carefully hands me the knife with the hand facing me. I take it and turn it around in my hands. It feels heavy and extremely solid. Where do I even get a knife like this? Curious of its sharpness, I feel the point of the knife with my index finger. Ow! Yulu, why did you do that? I didn't expect it to be that sharp. I barely touched it at all. It's my fault. I should have warned you. This knife is extremely sharp. It can cut through skin and like it's paper. Oh no. A small drop of blood trickles down the side of my finger. Yuri takes my hand and gives the wound a closer look. Ah, she stares at it and noticeably fidgets. If you're squeamish, I'll go wash it off. Now, Without warning, Yuri puts my finger in her mouth and licks the wound. What? I feel her tongue curl around my finger. Startled, I instinctively pull my hand back. Please forgive me. I wasn't thinking. Yuri lowers her head, her face burning up. Yuri, that's the most embarrassing thing I've ever done. How could I do something like that? I'm sorry. Sure, it was a little weird, but it took me by surprise. But I guess she was just trying to help, right? Yuri, I think you're overreacting a little. She doesn't lift her head. What if she doesn't recover from this for the rest of the afternoon? Alright, you know what? This might be a little stupid thing to do, but I do it anyways. Are you gonna lick her finger back or something? I take Yuri's hand and lick her index finger in return. Yulu, did you really just do that? Now we're even. Yuri just looks at me. I did something wrong. I knew that would be a bad idea. If not for the sweet aroma of the jasmine oil, the air would be extremely heavy right now. You're so weird, Yulu. Yuri giggles shyly. Yuri calling me weird? I have no response to that. Where do you keep your bandages? I don't think I need one actually. It was a tiny cut. Look, it already stopped bleeding. I see. That's relieving. The tension is quickly lifted. 1 second, sorry. Alright, we each resume our respective activities. Yay! I watch Yuri's knife cut through the ribbons like it's nothing but air. Meanwhile, I continue to make progress on the paper. After we finish attempting the paper to the ribbons, we lay them all out side by side. It looks better than I expected, and it will be very effective as a curtain. It looks great. Good thing coming up with this, Yuri. Thanks. It's just something I saw online, really. Are you ready to move on to the next task? Yeah, let's do it. What do you have in mind? I'd like to create a banner. That's why I asked you to buy the paint tablets. That's right. One of the items Yuri had asked me to buy was a kit of watercolor paint tablets. We'll need 6 cups of water to put each of the tablets in. Do you mind fetching those for us? Of course not. 6 cups of water. I'll be right back in a few minutes. Thank you very much. No, thank you very much. Oh, and just a little bit of water is okay. If you fill the cup too much, it will be too diluted. Yay! Taking Yuri's advice, I decided to use a small plastic bathroom cups rather than a full-size glasses. I put them on a table to catch any paint that drips. Then bring it back into my room. Yuri? Yes? I come in to see Yuri quickly unrolling her sleeve, pulling it back over her arm. Nothing. Your face is a little red. Is it too hot in here or anything? No, not at all. There's nothing wrong, so let's mix the paint. Yuri hurriedly dismisses me and takes it upon herself to unwrap the tablets, dropping them into the cups. So, I thought we would do something simple that would look very nice. I'd like to paint a gradient across the banner, starting with the colors for a sunrise, then daytime, then sunset, and nighttime. Once it dries, I'll write an inspiration quote across the banner. We can hang it on the wall behind the podium at the front of the classroom. Neat. What are you going to write? Well, it will be more fun to surprise you. Yuri smiles at me. If you say so. After rolling out the banner, Yuri and I kneel on opposite sides so we don't get in the way of each other. Yuri uses a brush and adds a few dots of different colors across the banner to serve as a color guide when we paint. This kind of reminds me of elementary school. Painting on a banner with watercolors feels a lot like the art class projects we had back then. It's relaxing. I'm sorry if this feels too childish. No, I didn't mean that at all. It's kind of fun, you know? Yeah, it is fun. I'm glad you feel that way too. Yuri stops painting for a moment, thinking to herself. For me, I don't need to go out and do crazy things to have fun. In fact, I usually don't even want to. I just like when I can spend time with each other person. Even if it's something simple, I like reading it. It doesn't even matter if we don't talk much. Just having a friend next to me makes things feel a little bit nicer. I think that's all it takes for me to be happy. Is that so? Even if Yuri and I are quite different, I can understand where she's coming from. I feel that way about things like anime and games, where simply sharing the experience with someone can make me happy. I love anime and games. I think I feel the same way. Yuri smiles gently. I knew you'd understand. Yuri leans over the banner to grab an unused paintbrush, but I moved at the same time, causing my head to bump into hers. Yeah, sorry. Yuri reels back, and I quickly lift my hand in surprise. Are you hurt? No, I'm not hurt. It just startled me, that's all. Sorry, I should have asked you to get it for me. It's not your fault. Your face. There are droplets of paint on Yuri's face and neck. Is there something on my face? Yeah, I accidentally got paint on you. Sorry, it's totally my fault. I'll get a towel right away. I rush out and fetch a small towel. Then I dampen it with hot water. I return it to my room and kneel back down in front of her. Ooh, a nice picture. Here. I pat down Yuri's face and neck with the towel. Is something wrong? It's hot. I just didn't expect it. Sorry. I didn't want to use cold water. Having finished, I start to retract my hand. but Yuri suddenly holds my wrist. Wait, eh? Just for a little longer. It feels really nice. I keep my hand still against Yuri's neck. She looks into my eyes. It's an intense expression that I recognize from when she reads her books, almost as if she's lost in a gaze, enveloped by her own thoughts. She breathes gently, half through slightly parted lips. What is happening? Is it the aroma of the jasmine oil giving me this dizzy feeling? Yuri's gentle fingers wrapping around my wrist sent a tingling sensation through my arm, and suddenly her face seems to be much closer to mine than it was just a moment ago. Yuri slowly pulls away. Sorry, I've been feeling a little lightheaded today. I didn't mean to space out. It's fine. The moment is over as soon as it began. Yuri picks up her brush again, but her movements seem clumsier, like she's unable to focus. I remain silent, forced to ignore the event that just transpired. I hesitantly retrieve my own brush and continue following Yuri's example. That should do it. I finished filling the night sky with white dots and look like stars. Oh my god, that last scene got me. Looking at the banner as a whole, it's very pretty and natural looking. I think it came out better than I expected. I'm really happy with the results. Yeah, me too. Are you going to add the lettering now? Not yet. It needs to dry first. That's true, but won't that take a while? Well, perhaps it would be best to leave it here, then have you bring it in the morning. I can do the lettering in the classroom before our event starts. Is that okay? That's totally fine. Wonderful. In that case, I don't think there's anything more for us to do here. Phew. You say that like you're glad it's over. Was I wrong to assume that you were at least enjoying yourself a little bit? No, it's not that. I'm just glad that we managed to get everything done. I see. I am too. I was a little concerned about the time. I need to start making dinner soon. So you don't have any time left? I was secretly hoping we would have extra time after finishing the work. Well, Yuri thinks to herself. I think it would be too irresponsible of me to wait much longer. I'm sorry. I was hoping there would be more time as well. It's probably my fault. Sorry for being such a slow worker. No, it's not your fault at all. And the important thing is that we got everything done, right? Yeah. So, I shouldn't be disappointed or anything. Gathering all her things, Yuri seems to look a little downcast. Case, I understand why. It sounded like she rarely gets the opportunity to spend time with friends in a relaxed environment, but that doesn't mean this is the last time it can happen. Once Yuri packs up, I walk out of the front door. Thank you very much for having me today. No problem. I'm glad I was able to help. How long have I been doing this? I think... Oh, wait. People were talking? I'm gonna end the stream here. Bye everyone.